It was a Thursday, just like any other. The Florida State University campus buzzed with activity. Students rushed between classes, laughter echoed across the quad, and the scent of spring hung in the air. But on this day, April 17, 2025, normalcy would be shattered. Gunshots pierced the air, transforming the familiar into a scene of chaos and terror. Among the students caught in the crossfire was Madison Askins, a bright and ambitious 23-year-old graduate student. Madison was walking with a friend near the student union, their conversation filled with dreams of the future. In a horrifying instant, those dreams were replaced by the sharp crack of gunfire. Panic surged through the crowd as people screamed and ran for cover. Madison and her friend instinctively joined the desperate flight, their hearts pounding in their chests. As they ran, Madison stumbled and fell, the impact sending a jolt of pain through her body. It was then that she felt a searing pain in her buttocks. She had been shot. Her friend, thankfully unharmed, continued to run, urging Madison to get up. But fear, sharp and paralyzing, froze Madison in place. Memories of active shooter drills flashed through her mind. One thought dominated: play dead. Taking a deep breath, Madison forced herself to lie still, her face pressed against the cold pavement. Every muscle in her body screamed in protest, but she knew that any movement could be mistaken for aggression. She held her breath, her ears straining to make sense of the chaos around her. The gunfire seemed to go on forever, each shot echoing the terror that gripped Madison's heart. Then, silence. A chilling silence that was broken only by the sound of her own ragged breathing. Had the shooter left? A wave of hope surged through her, only to be crushed as she heard the unmistakable sound of a gun reloading. A voice, cold and menacing, cut through the air. "Keep running," it taunted. Madison knew then that she couldn't afford to move, couldn't afford to make a sound. Her life depended on staying perfectly still. Time seemed to stand still as Madison lay there, her body trembling with fear and pain. Finally, she heard the sound of heavy footsteps approaching. A hand touched her shoulder, and a voice, calm and reassuring, told her that it was okay, that help had arrived. It was a police officer, his face etched with concern. Gently, the officer assessed her injuries and used his own hands to apply pressure to her wound. More officers arrived, their presence a beacon of hope in the midst of the nightmare. They carefully lifted her onto a stretcher and rushed her to a waiting ambulance. As the sirens wailed, carrying her away from the scene of the shooting, Madison learned that the gunman, a fellow student, had been apprehended. Relief washed over her, mingled with the throbbing pain in her leg. At the hospital, doctors worked quickly to stabilize Madison's condition. The bullet, they discovered, had lodged in her vertebrae, requiring surgery to remove. She would remain hospitalized for several days, her body healing, but her spirit scarred by the trauma she had endured. Despite the physical and emotional pain, Madison refuses to let this horrific experience define her. She is determined to finish her studies, to pursue the internship she had lined up, to reclaim the future that was so violently disrupted. Madison's story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. It's a reminder that even in the face of unimaginable tragedy, hope can endure. Madison's bravery, her unwavering determination to move forward, is an inspiration to us all. She reminds us that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit can find a way to heal, to grow, and to emerge stronger than before. And I'm Zane Archer, and I'll catch you on the flip side.